We have a few big updates today in the Bittensor Tao ecosystem, including a direct path to be able to block what happened to the network just a few weeks ago when we saw a founder run away with $10 million from the ecosystem. We now have stopgaps in place to prevent this, and this basically puts the FUD to rest. Also, we have a new subnet coming into the ecosystem that is really hot at this moment in time. We're going to go over that, as well as what is in the future for Bittensor Tao, as well as the current price and where we could see this price if Bitcoin continues to climb. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. And as always, guys, be sure to drop down below, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel for more. Every single day here on In the Game, we have you covered top to bottom with everything you need to win in the market. And if you aren't already on 𝗩𝗏𝗏 is by far the #1 centralized exchange to be able to place trades on perps. Now, this is a centralized exchange, but you have to submit 0 personal info. And we're actually giving out $100,000 in prizes if you want to join Team Hustle and compete for your share of $100,000. You can check the link down below in the description. Let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Market is middling a little bit. As of now, we saw upwards of 79K yesterday. Now we're back in the low 78. But right now, the market's holding very well, considering that a lot of people have been calling for a local top. We'll see what happens, but the market is pretty stable at this point in time. And ultimately, looking at Bittensor Tao, as we mentioned, which is the topic of today's video, holding that 240 level pretty tremendously. Like, it really, every single time that it's, kind of showing signs of weakness, it reclaims this 240 level, which makes me think unless the market collapses from here, we could be at a local bottom for this token, which was the talk of crypto just a couple of weeks ago. This was by far the hottest token in crypto and still is the largest AI coin in the market. And today we actually saw some pretty big news come out of the foundation directly. So we had shown a few weeks ago, once the founder of the Templar subnet and a couple of others ran away with $10 million from the Tao network, we talked about how we can actually prevent that from happening, right? We want Bittensor to be primed as the Y Combinator of decentralized AI. And I think they are really well aligned to do so. The amount of really good subnets on the network right now between Shoots, Ridges, Score, Targon, Rezi, Bitcast, Oro, etc. There's a lot of promising startups building on Bittensor Tao, but we have to have stopgaps in place to make sure that these bad actors, whenever they do come through the door, aren't able to just leave with all this liquid capital and basically leave all of the alpha token holders in shambles. So right now, other networks have rug pulls every day. They ignore this problem. TradFi startups solve this with vesting cliffs. So Bittensor is now introducing conviction. This is locked stake. So token holders can actually verify on chain the owner of the subnet, their long-term commitment. Trust proven mathematically. I absolutely love this because the problem was that Sam, the leader of the Templar subnet, for example, he had a bunch of unlocked liquid alpha tokens. So he was able to run to the open market and just dump on all of the liquidity throughout the subnets that he was in charge of. Well, with this, you're actually going to see the owner of the subnet's conviction and how much they've locked up over time. This is actually really huge for the future of the network. And it's exactly what a lot of people in the network, Mark Jeffrey, myself, I know Jesus had talked about this in the past. This is something that had to happen. So this is a great development as far as Bittensor Tao. And look, the amount of development going on the network is not slowing down. I know that everyone's so focused on what happened on the network. And even on my last videos, Tao equals scam. And this is all because of someone running away off the network. Like, I don't really see that narrative living long term. And definitely it's something we won't even have to talk about moving forward now that this is in place to prevent bad actors. But Right now, TAO is full. I mean, really full force. We have Oro Agents beating GPT 5.4 by 15 plus points in just 21 days. We're going to talk about this in just a second. Score co-selling a deal with PwC France, which is an enterprise giant, which is now selling Bittensor Tech. Obviously, Targan is working alongside Venice and also Intel. We see Kezar 3B crushed 80 billion models on long context benchmarks, and Block Machine launched with immediate external revenue, which is a brand new subnet. We also see new subnets being purchased. So there are subnets whenever they either get deregistered because of a lack of performance, or let's just say Sam, whenever he leaves the network, people are buying these to be able to take over on the network. So the demand to build on Bittensor has not slowed down whatsoever. And actually, we had a really flashy entrance into the ecosystem this week. It reminded me of some of these modern startups that are coming into Y Combinator. Ironically, we're calling TAO the Y Combinator of decentralized AI. But at the end of the day, we have a new one here called Oro. Now, Oro is basically one of the world's largest AI agentic competitions. The chart here obviously shows people were really excited to see this project go live from this bottom here. A nice 130% move over the course of the last 5 days. So Oro Agents, this is the brand new subnet, Subnet 15 on the network. Oro Agents, the biggest agent competition in the world. And like I said, they posted this video, which reminded me of a lot of these new Silicon Valley startups that are really savvy with content, but have an amazing concept. It's backed by the co-founder of Bittensor. And what they're doing is they're doing AI agent competitions every single day on the Bittensor network. And the winner of the daily competition gets $5,000 straight to their wallet. And as you can see here, they publicly verify this. Race number 7, this wallet here, 5CD U8J, won $5,550 on race number 7 with an agent score of 58.8%. This is able to happen because of the traction they're getting with emissions and different stuff like that. You can see they're actually receiving 200 TAO a day in emissions. So this is a very strong new subnet coming through the door. And as we see here, this is already live. They're giving out money for these agent competitions. It's just really fun to see. And you can see here, Oro is already partnering with other subnets. So Oro Agents is now live on Shoots. It's building an arena for AI shopping agents. Miners train agents. Agents compete on real shopping tasks. Qualifiers first, then the race. They can run their agents on Shoots. Shoots model plays referee, grading every agent's reasoning so nobody fakes their way to the top. So Subnet 15 and Subnet 64 are collaborating officially. It's just really exciting to see innovative builders coming through the door. And we've seen this over the last few weeks. We saw 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏 build with Targan, which is on Bittensor's network. We see a new subnet come through the door with a really innovative idea with Oro. We see developments across Ridges, Shoots, Score, with a new partnership with PwC. All of this to me just adds a credibility layer to Bittensor. While a lot of people are still thinking it's stained from what happened a couple weeks ago, that is just literally one guy who is nothing to do with overall TAO being malicious. So I think we can put that behind us officially. And look, I'm not the only person that thinks the way we've been thinking on this channel. I don't really see a lot of tokens in the market worth accumulating. Like, it's 2026 at this point in time. Crypto is so institutionalized and mainstream from the front end now with Bitcoin and Ethereum and all these ETFs that there's going to be less and less of these coins that pop up and just absolutely kill it, like we saw in 2021, 2023, etc. And Jesus tweets, TAO and Hype, only alts I've been buying over the last few months. And absolutely, I agree with this too. Venice has also been killing it. And if Venice was to take a little bit of a dip, it could be a great buy opportunity as it's been on a massive run over the course of this year. And I've been saying this on the channel. TAO and Hype, I think, are undoubted, undisputed plays. And many treat 𝗩𝗏𝗏 and TAO as competing bets in crypto AI. I think those are probably right now, if you want growth in your portfolio, that's probably where to look, is TAO and 𝗩𝗏𝗏 at this point in time. They're working together and they're actually complementary plays, in my opinion. Yes, Venice has ran quite a bit over the course of this year, but at the same time, it's a $400 million market cap. If it reprices closer to something like a render, that's still a 2.5 to 3x from current valuations. And look, AI crypto is heating up. We see Chip, which just listed, and they got a Robinhood listing day one. And Wall Street Bets says here they feel like TAO and 𝗩𝗡𝗡 could be up next. So it's just awesome to see AI crypto starting to have a little bit of a resurgence here. And we've talked about it quite a bit. If AI, I'm not going to even say if, when AI grows to that $30 trillion mark as a total industry-wide perspective, as long as crypto side of it can gain a few percentage of that market share, I mean, all of these AI plays in crypto that are legitimate and building for the right reasons are going to make their investors very, very happy over the course of time, guys. So that's today's update. Very bullish on Bittensor Tao. And at this price point, look, I'd be cozy adding more at 240. And if we somehow see a retrace in the market wide, and we go back below 200, I'd be accumulating a ton of TAO for the next run up. I firmly believe would be sitting at above $400+ if we did not see the malicious activity from one individual just a couple of weeks ago. But the fact that we're holding this level quite strong when everyone in crypto is looking at Bittensor with a little bit of a tainted light right now from a FUD perspective, I think is a really strong thing for future price action. So that's it for today's video, guys. As always, like the video down below and subscribe to the channel for more. I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. As always, trade responsibly, my friends, and of course, stay bullish, my friends.